everybody, it's Tas and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing Polly Pocket again, but this one is the Beauty and the Beast version, and this one looks so much more like the one that exists in real life. It was just a lot easier to do, and a lot of it was like inside, so it was just easier to replicate. Whereas the Little Mermaid one, a lot of it was just very organic and under the sea kind of, and it didn't really translate well over into The Sims. But this one, happy to say, looks very close to the original one that was made. I don't even know how old these things are. Like, I keep saying that they're from the 90s, and they definitely are, but it's like when in the 90s, you know? Because I do feel like it was earlier in the 90s. I'm not 100% sure. But this build features a ballroom, which is what I'm working on currently and struggling with dearly because curtains in The Sims are just horrible. An indoor garden, a kind of like a dining area from the Be Our Guest scene. Then the upstairs is the, I don't know what you would call it, maybe like a porch where they have the, well, he has the room where he has the rose, so there's that, and then some stairs that go up to the top level, and up there is a porch, and I added in a bunch of bookshelves, like a library, because that's something that wasn't in the little Polly Pocket thing that I felt like was kind of missed, because of course Belle and her books, and she loves to read, so I just felt like there had to be bookshelves somewhere in the build. And this is, I would say, it's not functional because it doesn't have anywhere for Sims to get food, and it doesn't have anywhere for them to go to the bathroom. So what I would suggest is possibly putting stairs kind of in the ballroom and then making a basement with a kitchen and stuff if you really, really wanted to use it to live in. And what's funny is people like are downloading these from the gallery, right? So I uploaded this one before I actually uploaded the video today, just because I already had my Sims game open and I was like, oh, I'll just upload it and get the video up shortly after. And immediately somebody downloaded it, and I'm always kind of curious, like, what are they doing with these? Like, somebody went through and downloaded all of my Polly Pockets houses, and I think it's so cool, and like, thank you so much if you have downloaded these houses and you really like them that much that you are downloading them. I think that that's amazing, but I'm so curious what people are doing with them because a lot of them are just not complete. Like, you would need to add things in order for Sims to live there. So I kind of wonder what people are using them for. If you are somebody who has downloaded one of these houses, let me know what you're doing with them because I really do want to know. What usually ends up happening is after the build is over, after I'm all done, I'll make a Sim and then go back in and try and like use the lot and see what's working and what's not. And there's always something that's like not functioning properly when you're putting so much stuff in such like a small space together. It's inevitable that something is not going to work and has to be moved. And for this one, unfortunately, it was the front gate. I kind of morphed it into the wall, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just placed it in front of the wall. So the one that you're going to download from the gallery, you won't be able to get through the front door, but you just need to move the gate forward slightly. And I almost like re-uploaded it once I realized that, but people had already downloaded it, like I said, so I was like, I'm just going to leave it alone. They'll figure it out, hopefully, I think. So if you haven't seen it already, I have another Polly Pocket build on my channel. I actually have 4 at this point. One where I do a create a Sim, one of a regular Polly Pocket home, and one of the Little Mermaid. And now I am doing Beauty and the Beast, and I will probably at some point end up doing the Aladdin one as well. I just may take a small break from doing some of these. I like to do them because they're quick, but I don't want this to be like all that my channel is, even though like it seems like people really like these. I definitely am going to do more of them. I just feel like it might be a couple of days or maybe a week or two before you see another one, especially because next week, I think Saturday, well, it would come out on like a Friday, so Friday, we are getting Avengers Infinity Wars, and I am so pumped for that. I'm one of those people that's been, like, rewatching all of the Marvel movies before the movie comes out just to, like, get everything jam-packed into my brain before I go into this theater, because this movie is, like, so anticipated. Like, so many people have been waiting for this for such a long time, and there's literally nothing else like it on the planet. Like, name another franchise that has 18 movies in it that are all in one way or another important to a movie that's going to currently be coming out, if I phrase that correctly at all. So very cool and different, and it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. I'm so excited for it. And next week, it's probably going to be a lot of Avengers stuff on my channel. I have some very specific ideas of things that I want to do, and you could probably guess what they are. I'm going to be doing a lot of building, so if you're a superhero fan or a Marvel fan or a geek nerd like me, you're going to be enjoying some of the stuff that's going to be coming out next week. And if not, well, I'm sorry, but I got to take a break from Disney every once in a while, and I don't know if this is just me, but sometimes I feel like people are either really heavy into one or the other. Like, people either really, really heavily like Disney or they like superheroes, or neither. Obviously, that's an option. But I am equally heavy into both, I would say. And I think that that's what just, like, makes my channel well-rounded, is that, like, you would see a bunch of Disney builds coming up for me for a while, and then all of a sudden you'll see a bunch of superheroes, and I just, like, love all things, like, nerdy, geeky, different. Like, Harry Potter I love, and I can't even think of, like, more. Pokemon is great. Anything. I literally was in Hot Topic the other day because I'm a huge pop collector, so I gotta go check out my local Hot Topic pretty much once a week. And normally, I do not buy anything other than pops from Hot Topic. Even though I know they have a lot of Disney stuff and Harry Potter stuff, I just tend to stick with pop figures. And I was about to leave the store, like about to check out after I'd already spent a ton of money. And I look to my right, and there's a t-shirt wall, and it's like all brand new t-shirts, and I don't buy the clothes from there at all, ever. And one, like, really stood out to me, and it was a Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt, because I feel like you just don't see Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is so old school. And if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, but it was a pink and blue tie-dye t-shirt, which tie-dye is, like, my thing. It's, like, my aesthetic or whatever. And it had a Dark Magician Girl on it, and Dark Magician Girl was my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel monster back in the day. So I got so excited, I immediately ran over and purchased it, and it was, like, gone. Like, there was only 2 left, and there was 2, and one of them was my size, and I was like, this is fate. I am supposed to have this shirt. And I'm so, like, happy. Like, I have been wearing it, like, so much, like, a lot more than I should, and it's just funny to me because it's like, I am so old to be doing stuff like that, to be like, oh my god, like, so excited over something like Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think there's just something to be said about, like, your childhood and bringing back, like, times in your life where things were just so much easier and calmer, and you, like, that resonates with you, as it resonates with me. And it just makes me, when I see stuff like that, it brings me back to times in my life where I guess I had less anxiety and, like, less problems, so I was just a lot more, like, I'm not happy, because I'm very happy as is in my life currently, but I definitely feel like there's just something about your childhood, for most people at least, that cartoons and things that you used to do and play with in your childhood make you feel better. So when I saw that shirt, I have never purchased anything so fast. I really need to start looking more at t-shirts from Hot Topic, because they have, like, a whole Lisa Frank collection now, which is really cool. And I know that they make so many, like, good Disney t-shirts and good Harry Potter things. Like, one day I walked in and they had a hat, and I love to wear, like, ball caps, like dad hats, and it was a black hat with just, like, a green snake on it, and it was in the Harry Potter section, so it was a Slytherin hat, and on the back it even had, like, Slytherin written in green cursive, like, stitched in. So nice. And for some reason I didn't buy it, because I don't know, I have so many hats, and I tend to just wear the same ones over and over again. Like, I have a large collection, but I have, like, 4 that I wear religiously, and black is, like, I don't know, I don't have any hats in black, so that was one reason that I wanted it, but anyway, I didn't end up getting it, and I regretted it so much because it was such a nice hat, and I literally went back for it the following day, and they didn't have it, and they had a ton of Gryffindor hats. I went to a different Hot Topic, drove all the way to New Hampshire to, like, go, not to look for the hat, but we happened to be in New Hampshire, and I went in, like, hoping that they would have this hat, so friggin' excited, and they had Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, and I was like, you're kidding me. Like, all the Slytherin ones sold out, because, like, all Slytherins like me are just obsessed. I haven't seen it since So I just need to pay better attention to the things that Hot Topic is selling, because they low-key have some cool stuff like that. Like, you just gotta pay attention, especially to like the quality. Like, I feel like the quality from that store has gone up so much. Like, this t-shirt that I have, so much better quality than I would have thought for just like back in the day when you maybe used to buy clothes there. I feel like everybody had that phase where they thought that they were like a goth punk and bought clothes from Hot Topic. So the quality has just gone up significantly. But anyway, you guys, we are at the end of this build, and this is going to be available on the gallery for download, of course, under my origin ID, Theallegedsimmer, all one word. And the CC list is linked over on my Tumblr page. Thank you all so much for watching. All of my social media is going to be linked down in the description box below. You can check me out on everything and anything. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it because it really helps me out. Hit that little bell icon below, turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time that I post. Also, if you enjoyed this video, you should subscribe. I do stuff like this all the time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time.